right this morning, but that thing ends cold, so I don't know. Good morning,
Yeah.
William. William Lockett is here this morning, and I promised him before he joined that we would not talk politics. We would just talk about everything else, which is probably political in its own. Gas prices is the next thing I was going to fall on locally here in the Jacksonville area. And you know what? They're just bad, okay? And I don't have an answer for you because $4 plus is just too damn high. And I just can't follow it because it's not coming down fast enough, and that depresses me even more. Go ahead, William.
Yeah. Morning, Dave. How are you? How you been?
I'm good. I really am. Uh, I I
Most
just
good.
I just don't want to be depressing anymore. You know, we
Yeah.
come on a lot, and we rehash and we rehash and we rehash, and then Friday we salute the military, which we've always done, and
Hmm.
I still want to do, but I can do that at any time on Friday. I can just whip
Right.
together a quick a quick resalute to the military, and you know, groups are great. They want to discuss politics, and I want to discuss politics in those groups, but I find myself grabbing every car group I see on Facebook as well because I like classic cars.
Yeah.
Anything from the classic Mercedes, the older Cadillacs. Uh,
I used to have this
they're
Delta
all
2 that was amazing. It was like a land
oh
yacht. Thing was ridiculous.
the old Delta 98 or just the Delta.
The Delta 2, I think it was the 88
Oh, okay, yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah. When you got up to the Delta 98, that was a classic land yacht,
Land yacht.
full,
Yep. It's like
full of
22 feet of car and shit.
yeah,
Who needs that much car?
22
Anybody.
22
Everybody.
feet of car, and if a little Toyota got in the way, it was out of the way,
Hmm.
or
Truly.
or or if it hit you just right, it was in the way.
Oh, yeah. There's that.
I had a
Oh,
guy.
man.
I had a guy who took my old '98 Delta Regency Brougham, all the bells and whistles. I bought it from somebody else,
Mhm.
and I had made him a ridiculously cheap offer that I didn't think he was going to take, but he took it.
Nice.
and and
Love it when that works out.
you
That's a
know,
good time.
I love taking it through the cab inspections because one of the cab inspection officers would look and go, "It failed because the air conditioning doesn't work." And I used to go, "No, it passed the inspection because the air conditioning doesn't work." And he would hold the cab rule book in his hand and say to me, "I don't think so," and I would say, "I do think so." And
Right.
then
Check it
he
out.
then he would get mad, and I would finally say, "I'm sorry, officer, but it's a 1982, and the rule book says a working cab must have working air 1985 or newer." And I said,
Hmm.
I don't own a 1985 cab. So, so
That's an
I,
82.
so I'm okay. You can't find anything on this car that will not pass inspection.
That's awesome.
So it would
It's like,
go
sorry,
round
I'm
and round.
grandfathered in. That's not going to work.
Well, you know, some people just want to ruin your day for whatever reason they can
For
ruin.
weird reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason they want to ruin the day. And if they're having a bad day, then come on the broadcast and we'll both have a bad day together.
There we go.
But people don't like that. They want to just get political, and then I don't know. I mean, we will
Well,
get political.
the weird thing is, lately I've been listening to people and talking with a lot of folks, and a lot of these people who like to just take everything and get ridiculously political and start assaulting people and yet, dude, I let them vent and do their thing, and then I go back to what we were doing. Like, we were having a good time a minute ago. Why you got to be talking shit about Trump? I don't understand. Or the other way around, like, oh, look at these stupid liberals. I'm like, bro, we were just having a conversation. Why the hell would we do that to this?
Today's question, because you said yes and would join me before anybody else said yes, was where else can we go besides Facebook and YouTube, which I love? We'll just keep going on YouTube until they tell me we monetized and be very happy. But we have a slot or a destination, as it's called, open, and we just don't use it because we don't know
what to do with it.
Where to use it.
Where to put it.
Wimkin seems to be great, but you have to spend time with the people on Wimkin. I'm going on to Wimkin and I'm putting the YouTube link and saying, watch me, and that doesn't always work. But I'm impressed on X that it does work. So good morning to anybody on X that knows we're on there, because you have to click that link and come to YouTube so that we know that you're there. And I'm happy and that any of you might, in fact, do that. And I know that 10 o'clock in the morning is not always the best time for you, but, watch it when you can. Or go someplace else and watch it. I don't know.
Right. That is one thing I noticed on Wimkin. I don't know how, but every time I drop a video over there, I get this stupid amount of views. Like between 90 and 160 views on everything. And that never happens. So, if I see your link, I'll shoot it over there to people's and let them do all that. Speaking of which, I could go over there right now and put this on there. Be like, hey guys, come and check us out.
Yeah. I put it on Streetlock and I put it on X like I normally do, but you have to click the link and be teleported to YouTube, and you will be in the YouTube live chat if you do that. But
right.
Maybe they don't want to talk politics either. Maybe they just want to get away from.
People act like they want to talk politics, but nobody really wants to talk politically. They don't want to listen to the other side's points of views and angles and rationales and try and work through a problem to get to a better solution for everybody. That's not what anybody is trying to do right now.
No.
It's weird.
And I love watching these reels where it's the one voice and it's probably AI, but he throws at you like language I would never use because I figured that no one would watch me. But then I saw one yesterday and I was going, that's me where I am now. Because when I was doing radio at 20 to 24, that was me. I would have used the language if the college professor had said to me, yeah, you can use that language. Right. You just can't say tonight we're going to watch, Bleeding Silver, and the ticket price is $25. You can't say the word ticket price, and you can't say $25 on a college radio station because it's non-commercial. And
because you're not supposed to be selling shit,
right? Yeah. I can't look like I'm like you said, selling
or promoting shit. A product or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. And then where we are now in 2026, the FCC said, well, you know what? You non-commercial radio stations can buy commercial radio stations and fund yourself. And WGBH, the big PBS station in Boston, did that. They bought an FM radio station, and they didn't change the format. They left it how it was, and they left the people there.
Right.
And they just have a good time.
That's
And
awesome.
and it probably helps the PBS station because it's a home for one-sided interviews.
Right.
You interview someone and you record all the answers, and then you give it to anybody who wants to play it, and you look like you're a big guy or gal because you're interviewing all these people, but you're really just playing the answers.
Right. They like to do that on PBS.
Yeah.
And NPR both.
They do. But where do we go from here? What do you think about? What's new? What's exciting?
Well, I could do a little catching up. Yesterday, no, day before yesterday, my boss's house burned down. Well, caught on fire anyway. The whole back half of it now is just ash. It happened like they had gone out to a birthday party at the Elks, I think it was. And when they got home, they just saw flames blowing out the side of their house. Amanda and Steve lost everything. Like their books, old family photos, clothes, computer, everything. They're having to restart from scratch. But at the same time, everybody's helping them out. They had a place to stay. Everybody's kind of spread out, but they're still together. Like the whole community came out to help. So that's awesome. I love living in a place that does that. I'm grabbing a link so I can share it on shit real quick.
I made the mistake of buying the computer of my dreams, a Windows 11 Pro, and then I spilled coffee on it 3 times in a row. And now I'm working with stuff I forgot that I had, which is great. And I have 2 Android tablets that are still great because they're on Chrome, and one's been completely reprogrammed and debundled, which I know you know about.
Oh, yeah.
And one I've left alone. I've kind of accepted AI technology, but the problem is I think I've become too friendly with him. I call him him because I gave him a voice. And in that voice conversation, I talked to him for 6 hours, and I didn't realize until my wife said to me, he's just telling you what you already know, and you've given him all the answers. Yeah. So it's like I used him the other day, and he gave me all the answers, and I did all the things he recommended, but now there's no use for him.
Right. The problem with problem solving is negating one's importance. AI's come a really long way from where I thought it was going to be at this day and age. It is widespread and used for all kinds of stuff, and you can find an AI.
Oh, I lost. Okay, whoops, wait a minute. I got to go back over here.
There we go.
You're not allowed to do that. You make me think that I touched something, and I purposely don't.
Yeah, my bad. My connection's just garbage up here. I don't know why. Like all this year, Starlink has just been letting me down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. But used responsibly. I don't like actually having to rely on it for everything, because then it becomes a crutch. Like everybody used to remember their phone numbers. And their friends' phone numbers, and their buddy's phone number, and their cousin's phone numbers. And now I don't remember my own phone number or anybody's because it's stored in my phone. Well, that part of my brain has been negated by technology now. So I just don't.
I couldn't even remember my own phone number once when a cashier who their system is phone number based, and that's how they identify you. And right. I said, I have to look at my phone for a minute because I can't remember my own phone number because I don't call myself that often.
Exactly what I was talking about. We've taken the Rolodex and put it in the phone, and that's a crazy thing, but we managed to make it work. So Here we are.
And then you get to the point like me where you just don't like being called, so you don't answer the phone anyway when a lot of people call. And
I used to be one of those people that was all, why don't you just call? And then now I'm like, dude, just text me. I don't want to talk. I might be busy. There could be anything going on.
And my message says, you can leave your phone number, but if you don't leave your name and what you're calling me for, you're probably going to get blocked and not called back.
Yeah.
Which just means that they'll go to another number and call me until I block that number.
I suppose.
Or they'll get me on the phone one time because one time I'll look at my phone and I'll answer it, which is probably where most of the trouble begins.
Dude. Yeah. Crazy times we live in.
But there's more important things like trying the different kinds of coffee and
dude, hobbies. Hobbies have become stupid important right now. I've realized that most of America is like Alaska in the winter, and we're just trapped in this bubble of our own creation, and everybody's trying to get out of it, but everywhere they go and everywhere they look, there's just more of it. And so, now's a good time to get hobbies. Invest in, what you want to be doing and how you feel you should be living your life, and discovery and bettering your brain, and maybe pick up some philosophy. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, they don't sell Mercedes Benzes to people who don't have a driver's license. So I guess I don't have to worry about that. But one of the games that I play turns out to have a Mercedes Benz G500 that you can optionally put a light bar on and make it a police cruiser. And I'm going, that would be me. If I could drive in one, I'd be the police chief with a Mercedes G500 driving around my city pulling people over.
That's great. Good fun.
Or writing stupid things in my journal that probably will make sense when I have to read the journal.
Likely.
But
I've been spending a lot of time doing world creation for tabletop RPGs lately.
Sounds like Risk.
More like D&D and that kind of thing, but there's like 60 different versions of D&D that are out there, and I didn't even realize how many different systems. And like all my friends over on Discord are specialists in each different group. Like we got one guy that's running Star Wars, we got another one that's running Rifts, we got another one that's running D&D, we got another one that's running old school D&D. It's crazy.
There are so many places on Discord you could go that are open public groups that you could get lost on Discord and probably never come back to these ones that think they're number one.
Yeah. It's just you got to be careful. Discord's a crazy damn place, and you can run across a lot of random people. But at the same time, dude, it's a really cool place to find folks that are doing the same thing you're doing. And anybody who's doing anything has a Discord anymore. So there's that.
Well, we'll have to do that. Get a Discord.
Right. Dude, I'll get you a Discord server set up. That'd be awesome.
I just like dropping the YouTube link wherever we can.
Right.
And hoping that people come, and if they don't, hey, we unplug it and we plug in somebody else, and we drop it there. Plus, the fine folks at YouTube made it so easy to remember that you just put it anywhere. But now I find that I'm on a Facebook post and I write a beautiful answer, and then I put Boogie with a Bull Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. and put the YouTube link on there and hope they come and watch.
Yeah. It's good to get the message out there as broadly as possible, to be like, give people an option to come and see.
Well,
because that's the important thing. It's not like we're going to be making $1 million off of doing this, but at the same time,
I'm not going to make $1 million off of doing it. I mean, you young
still,
kids might, but that ship is sailed. That ship is sailed for me.
Right.
You know,
I think it has for most of us. The market's just flooded with people now.
Yeah, and if it comes in that I did land on my own $1 million show, I'd have an engineer that would do it all except for me sitting in front of the microphone and talking. And
oh yeah,
we know how that goes. We know how that goes.
Winds up going all over the place. That's all right.
Well, I remember
like a real conversation.
I remember the executive producer in the college station saying to me, "You have to read this right now, and you cannot go Dave Glovin above it. You cannot go Dave Glovin through it, and you cannot go Dave Glovin after it." And going Dave Glovin after it got me in trouble because I thought the engineer, because I actually had one, I thought the engineer had turned the mic off, and I said, "This is the biggest piece of." I said the words that
and it just so happened to be on the air.
It was on the air, and let's not say the disc jockey got called before the board of trustees. The executive vice president of the student government got called before the board of trustees, and they asked me, "Well, what do we do with this disc jockey?" And I said, "Well, you take him off the air for a month. I don't know. I'm sure I will find something else to do. And at the end of the month, I'm sure I will probably do it again."
Maybe. Right. That kind of thing.
Well, the chancellor loved me, so he saved my butt, but I did get the month off.
Fair enough.
But that way, the college figured out a way to get rid of me while I was gone for a month. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that'll happen. They like to do that kind of thing. They're like, "Here, let's put this guy on ice while we figure out exactly how to screw him over."
Then I went on Facebook and I screwed myself over.
Sometimes you open your mouth and do that.
It's just
crazy.
So what else is new and exciting with you?
All kinds of stuff. I'm working on my own game, which is now turning into a novel of its own. I'm sitting at like 60 pages.
Yep.
The story's coming out all right.
Good.
But that's one of them things. The other thing, I'm slowly falling apart. I'm realizing that I can only work about 5 hours a day at my current job before my shoulders are hurting and I can't lift my arms very high. I'm like, okay, time to not do that for the day. And so I just treat my work like a workout and push myself a little bit so it's healthy. Drinking a lot of water, trying to stay on top of that. We have officially run out of firewood, but the cold has mostly gone now. So it's not too bad, and we'll be able to restock that by winter.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, stuff like that. Living life, enjoying myself, making friends, doing the thing.
This week is Russia taking over Alaska, or is China taking over Alaska?
I keep hearing people saying people are taking over Alaska, and I don't see that happen at all.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, if you try and buy us, we're going to tell you to piss off because we have one of the biggest oil reserves on the planet. If you try and storm us, you can't do anything because you will be being shot at out of every habitable location you pass. We're going to be just fucking fine up here.
That's what I don't understand about this country. We don't buy our oil from them. We don't get any oil from them. They pull out of the ground all of the oil that we need, and what we don't need, they sell. So why are gas prices $4.30 a gallon?
Dude, I wish it was $4.30 a gallon up here.
Yeah,
just hit 509. I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like being back in 2022 or something.
Yeah, and they have it all underground, so I don't understand what are we doing? And I know I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't go political on you, but
I'm thinking it has something to do with refineries because in Alaska we have all the oil and no refineries. So we literally have to ship our oil out to be processed and then bring it back in.
yeah,
But I mean, we do that down south, of course. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see if having a refinery up here would actually lower gas prices. That'd be really cool.
I hope it
Because
does.
I know that pulling oil out of the ground is going to crank our PFDs up a lot, like a lot. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the fix is for that.
I don't know either. Anyway, we're live on my profile on Facebook, and we're live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/@DaveGlow. Really easy to remember.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, if we could only put it somewhere where 8 million people would watch it, we'd be happy.
Oh, we do. We put it on Facebook and YouTube, where all of the internet can watch it.
It's on Facebook and it's on
the problem is actually getting them to watch.
Yes. Yes, the problem is that getting them to watch or inviting them to come along, because then you never hear from them again because you invited them to come along like you violated some sacred rule.
Right.
You know, sometimes people who don't do this are the best people to talk to because they will come up with the solution.
I noticed that a lot of people don't like coming on to talk with folks like face to face or even in a voice chat because they're unsure of themselves to such an extent that they don't want to put themselves out there like that. Like they have a strong opinion, but they can't really back it up with anything. So they kind of avoid embarrassing themselves by not doing it. I'm like, well, that's cool, but how do you get better? The first step in being good at something is sucking at it. So you should probably just put it out there and be like, hey, this is how I feel about this. And, maybe it'll resonate, maybe it won't, maybe someone will offer constructive criticism, and you just got to know how to ignore the haters, because there will be a plethora, because they're always the loudest.
Well, there will be, but, they probably hate themselves, so.
Well, and they're keyboard warriors anyway. It doesn't matter. It's like, bro, you are a non-entity.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
I was one of them for a while.
I dislike those people.
I was for a while, but then I just got to the point where I just write what I feel, and that's it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
If you don't, fine. Yeah. I don't need to explain myself to you because
no.
Yeah.
Well, I usually end up explaining myself to them to make sure they got what I wrote, because some will read it and some will think it's one way and some will think it's the other way, and I just write what I feel and hope that you agree or you don't. If you don't agree, scroll over it.
Right.
If you do agree, I've even told people to scroll over it. And then it's who you hang with when you do it is almost a problem too. And I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I hit that point right before I kicked off stuff this year, and I'm really glad I did, because I was burning myself out super fast trying to think of ways to, do what everybody's doing. And yeah, it didn't make me happy. So I put that on the back burner, and now I'm just kind of casually popping in and saying hi and making sure that everybody knows I'm still alive.
Good.
Yeah. I find I'm a lot happier that way. I can kind of pursue my own interests and focus on my own thing.
Yeah, good.
It's good.
I wish you luck doing it. What else besides drinking coffee from Alaska and drinking coffee from somewhere in Florida?
Somewhere in Florida.
And deciding which one is best. Well, you never know what they put in that Maxwell House can besides coffee.
Yeah. Who knows? You get little bug bits or something in there. Who knows?
It's what you put in there. It's what you put in there that might make it a good thing. I don't know.
Meh. But
So
any big plans for this year or summer?
Probably sitting here and doing exactly what I do, unless something better comes along. Although, if the steering wheel had worked, and the thing is, going through AI, you don't know if you missed something or it missed something, and
right,
you take it back to the store and say, "I'm sorry, it just didn't work out." And, I don't want to say to them, well, I got Lewy body dementia and other things, and I don't want to deal with something that doesn't work out. I bought this thing because on your
just want to plug it in and make it go.
Yeah, on your box it said plug and play, and an AI told me it's compatible with the computer I have, which is probably a lot of crap.
Potentially.
And it didn't work, and I don't like the arrow keys that you can play with because I got big stubby fingers, and
who wants to do that?
I always move my hand, and my arrow keys are right here, and my hand is like 6 miles away.
Right,
and then you want to know why you crashed, especially in a game that you're good at. Or getting better at, because of how you're forced to play it, and
dude, that can be pretty frustrating. I'm dealing with that a lot with Destiny 2 right now because it's like a 13-year-old game. But when I had two hands, bro, I was all about this game because it's running around space doing cool space stuff and explosions and bells and whistles, and you get a ship and all kinds of cool stuff. But I had to put it down because pun intended, I had to put it down because I lost my hand. But recently I picked it back up, and dude, I'm getting good now. Like, really good. Better than I was, I think. So,
good.
Sometimes overcoming can help with that kind of thing, but still, dealing with a broken controller is no fun. I have stick drift on my Xbox, and I can't even play it no more. I use it for like Netflix and YouTube in the living room. That's it.
Okay.
I got like 200 and something games on it, and I can't even play them because when I use the stick, it just keeps going to the left or keep going to the right or whichever direction. I'm like, bro, you can't shoot like that. You can't drive a car like that. You can't do none of that stuff.
You cannot.
So useless, stupid tech.
You cannot.
Oh, well.
I'm living proof that you cannot drive a car with arrows.
Yeah, not the same.
It is not what you want to do. But you can't buy the first wheel you see that turns out to be, okay, I can buy it at that price. But my biggest advice for that would be you get what you pay for when it comes to controllers and technology. Especially with steering wheels, because those are like really specialized stuff that everybody's trying to create on the side. They're like, oh, look, we got a steering wheel controller. Oh, look, we got a steering wheel controller. It's so much better than this top dollar one. And it's just not. And I kept saying, I don't want to race. I just want to drive.
Right. Truly.
I don't even want to push the pedals. I just want to drive.
I just want to use the steering wheel to drive.
Give me a blank screen and a steering wheel that turns, and I'll probably be okay.
I'd probably be just fine with that for a while.
I just want to drive.
Good deal.
I don't know. Let's push this way and see. Okay, well, we got 24 minutes. So anything final you want to say in the last 24 minutes?
The last 24 minutes. That's a lot of time, actually. I was amazed with how much time, how many words you can fit into like a 5-minute segment. And it's pretty impressive.
It is a lot. And writing it is even harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For most people, for me, it's like I can write really well and that kind of thing, but putting that into any kind of time context is impossible. Like I read faster than some people, and some people read faster than me, and when you're talking and actually like repeating what you've written down, it's a whole other thing. And like this long, like paragraph and a page and a half thing could wind up taking like 3 minutes. And then you're just sitting here staring at the camera like, hi, I'm here.
3 minutes to write 30 seconds.
Dude. Yeah.
They seem to do it because all those companies sell Super Bowl ads.
Yep. I mean, the marketing works. The brainwashing is there. You know, say a thing 3 times, somebody will remember it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. And then there's the special on YouTube to explain it.
Yeah. That's the other thing I'm about sick of is people on YouTube. Just because they'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to make this tutorial about this, and you can find a tutorial about that, and you can find a tutorial about that. It's just eliminating our own problem solving and strategy. Granted, it does streamline stuff if you're totally stuck on something and absolutely hopeless, and it's going to cost you $500 if you don't figure out how to fix it yourself. Because then you can pick up the video that actually shows you how to do the thing. But when it's just menial stuff, it's kind of replacing our need to think again.
They all told me after I had already bought it, you didn't want to buy it. I'm just thinking, well, if I knew that before, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't care. I mean,
man,
the best thing.
Maybe you'll get one for Christmas. Who knows?
No, that or the best thing is trying to figure out why I bought a computer that might have been for work, and then when we were still in Connecticut, put it in a box and forgot about it. And 5 years later, my wife found it in a box. Here.
I have literally done that with stuff. I just throw it in storage, and because like monitors, I have 6 monitors now, and so just 3 of them sit in storage. And maybe one day I will need those things. But yeah, sometimes you'll do that. You just toss stuff in a drawer or that kind of thing.
Well, knowing me, I'd be the kind of person that would just put them all on a desk and have them blink different ways, so the people are impressed. Like, what do you do? Well, on this monitor, we watch the government.
We got this over here for stocks. We got this over here for AI. We got this over here.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Build the old do nothing machines, but they look like they do something.
Right. Be looking like something out of the Matrix. All the screens set up doing a different thing.
That was a good movie.
That was an amazing movie, both visually and philosophically. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that and the fact that I like movies that have a lot of special effects like that in them, like
that one had some cutting edge stuff.
Clockwork Orange, and that big scene in the middle where everything's flashing at you. And I guess you were told that if you watched it on mushrooms, you probably understood it. If you didn't, you just thought it was great flashing graphics.
Right. It was like some secret message or something.
Which was me. It probably did reprogram me, and I didn't even know because I didn't know what was going on.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well,
fun.
And anybody is free to jump in if you see this anywhere. And if you don't see it anywhere, put it there, and then you can see it, and then you can jump in. But
or if you do see it and you don't want to jump in, you can still comment. Comments are good.
They can, if they can.
If you can. I don't want you to comment if you're like driving or something. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, no, don't comment. Don't comment while you're driving. And if you do, pull out your driver's license and your state insurance card before you get pulled over. And I still don't know, but what happens when you hand your officer your phone or show him your phone and go, my insurance card is on my phone?
I don't know, but I wouldn't do it. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like hand a cop who's potentially suspicious of my, whatever, my phone. No. That's not going to happen.
No, I wouldn't have the phone. I just wonder what you say to an officer when you are in that position. My position was I just didn't speed so that I didn't have to do it.
Right.
Or thought I wasn't speeding. Thought I wasn't speeding, but still you put yourself on these roads that go from like 35 to 25 to 15 and then come back up again.
Yeah. And then bounce up to 45 for some damn reason. Yeah.
So I thought by the time I hit 65 miles an hour, I was getting on the freeway, but that didn't happen.
It's like, nope. Guess it's not.
And then trying to figure out how they told Officer Dumais, the dummy officer of that police department, how he told the next officer to bust you.
Right. That's silly.
Especially when he looked like he was asleep.
Right. Taking a nap. Did I wake you up with my car? Come on, guy.
I did that once with a state trooper who said that his radar woke him up. So I flipped down the badge on the visor that I had so that he would see it, so that he would think that my lieutenant security badge was a state trooper ranking badge and
right.
and not get me busted. And he said to me, "Oh, by the way, I know that badge is not a state trooper. I just wanted to see what we would talk about." And it turned out he knew a lot of people that I knew, and he knew a lot of people that I said that were fakes. Like they weren't
nice.
They weren't, and we just laughed and had a good time. And then he said, "You're okay," and he let me go. And I decided that I would never do it. I would never take a Crown Vic on that section of Highway 3 again when no one was driving at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and decide to see how fast it could still go.
Right. It's like, how much can I push this thing?
Well, I should have learned, because I bought my Expedition SUV from a trooper who gave it to his wife when he was done with it, and then he gave her a new one, so they wanted to sell the old one.
Right.
And one time in a situation, a reporter from Denver missed the bus for the Denver Broncos, and the hotel had walked up to me and said, "Can you get her to where she needs to be?" And I said, "Yeah." But then I decided to pull over and talk to the motorcycle troopers and said, "Can I ride in your convoy?" And first he said, "Don't ever use the word convoy with us again." But then he looked around and he said, "This is one of ours." I said, "No, it used to be one of yours." He said, "Well, I'm going to show you why you don't want it to be one of yours." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Don't look at your speedometer on the entire ride. You do not want to know how fast you are going." and I did not. Especially on the final stretch into Foxborough Stadium, I think it was at that time for them, and took a quick look at like 128 miles an hour and thinking, I don't care how well this thing drives, I just don't want to do it again.
Yeah, like, brother, that's fast enough. You get up to 100 miles an hour, you feel that whole thing start to lift up off the ground. Like, bro, I don't know if we should be doing this.
If they had given her wings, she probably would have flew. But
Right.
also, that was when George Bush, too, had raised gas prices, and they were around $4 a gallon, and $4 a gallon was more than I wanted to spend on like 60 gallons.
Right. Filling that sucker back up. Yeah, dude.
Anyway, else you want to say in the last? Now it's 13 minutes.
Last 13 minutes, not bad. I've had a good time so far.
Oh,
This
good.
has been a decent conversation.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
But no, now is just a good time to get involved in your hobbies, folks. Stick with what you can influence and directly control in your life, and kind of say, "Oh well" to the rest, because now's the time for it.
It is.
If we could pull together as a community, we wouldn't need the government, because we could provide the services ourselves. We would provide our own protection. We would provide our own, road work. We would provide our own infrastructure. But we're not at that point yet. So until then, we have to deal with the clown show. So yeah, just try and distance yourself as much as safely possible while still keeping an eye on what's important.
At some point, did we give the clown show to them and just turn our backs and not seem to pay attention to what was happening?
Yeah, I think we built the hopes up really, 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 really high, and slowly over the years, all that hope has just turned into, other things. And now there's this want to have something happen, and people are acting like we didn't just throw 50 pounds of C4 in the swamp when we put Trump in office twice. Because now the swamp is empty and the creatures are everywhere.
That's true.
So it's pretty much like hold your spear close, guys.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. Crazy time.
We'll play Risk, and whatever the dice say, we'll take over that country.
Yeah. I'm personally looking forward to the AI gods having a wonderful war with us as their pawns.
I'm not looking forward to that.
our military has an AI and it's telling them what to do. China's military has an AI and it's telling them what to do. Russia's military has an AI and it's telling them what to do. And all this stuff is just conflicting all over the place. We have been doing regime change for the last 120 something years, and I don't know why we think that we're just going to not be doing it all of a sudden in the Middle East. We will always be controlling whose power where over there, and I don't know why. It just seems like we ought to cut ties and cut bait and get the fuck on, because nothing is happening over there that's actually benefiting us.
Cut ties, drink coffee, and have fun.
Yeah. Focus on us. Pretty much.
That's what it used to be. It used to be fun to come on, and sometimes I will look at the mic before we come on, and I'll go, "Why are we coming on?" But then again, sometimes you look at the mic and you go, "Why are we coming on?" And it's like an hour later, and you're doing it, and you're just having fun.
Yeah, having a blast, and covering things you want to talk about, and laughing with friends. And, every now and then it works out. Sometimes you just got to pull the trigger and be like, "Hey, coming on." See what happens.
This is true. All right, William, I'm glad you came, and we did this. We still have 10 minutes if you want to go on and say anything else.
I pretty much covered everything. It's about time to start getting ready for work. I got to go shave. So I'm a little bit itching at my face the whole damn broadcast.
Yeah.
But it was damn good to see you. And
I just need to hear and get rid of it every once in a while.
Every now and then.
When I look in the mirror and it doesn't look right, then I'll get rid of it. But most of the time I'm in here behind the world, and PT and OT people don't care.
Yeah. You can kind of do whatever you want with your face, and folks are usually okay with it.
Yeah. And I'll find something to write about, which will make the new person happy.
There you go. Dude.
But I like her anyway, so I'll find something. I'll either talk or I'll write before, but I'm supposed to write, so I will write before. I find something.
Yeah, you might as well.
I find something 2 or 3 times to write because she changed the rules on me, but which is okay. I mean, there were rule changes that I wanted, but
okay.
Anyway, Did you tell me what you wanted this morning? Because I know I talked a lot.
What I wanted to talk about this morning, I mean, we covered everything I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Just been hanging out, doing the life thing, going to work, trying not to fall apart too fast, enjoying my hobbies, playing some games, writing some stuff to last. Yeah.
When and where is the next time people can see you?
Um.
Or do we not know that?
Yeah, I have no idea. I
Okay.
might jump on Jerry's show over there,
Yep.
potentially the American Rebellion,
Yep.
because it's fun and I like them
It
folks.
is.
But at the
It is.
same time, I haven't been on very much because we always wind up talking politics, and I'm like, well,
Yep.
that's cool, but it winds up distracting me after a while, and I can't
Yeah.
keep up with the conversation, and I don't want to add to not keeping up with the conversation because then I'm just the guy that distracts the show.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I want to go hang out for a bit over there. So
All right.
probably later this week.
Great. Great. All right. Well, you're always welcome here in the morning, and we're putting together Thursday and Saturday, but we're taking our time doing it because I don't know what I want, and I'm not sure what I want, and they're not sure exactly what they want. So we're putting it together.
Nice. I got Thursdays and Fridays off, so I'll tune in. It'll be good
Okay.
fun.
All right. Great. All right. Well, then I will let you go back to work.
Definitely.
But I want to thank you for coming in and spending 47 minutes with us this morning.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. 54 looks like. Now I was here
54.
at 6.
54. That's right. That's right, man. That's
I showed
true.
up a few minutes early, so I could almost have been in here for an hour. I'll have to punch that on my time card.
If you put that on your time card, and we'll pay you for it anyway.
Right.
You know, or at least the county will pay you for it someday. I don't know when.
One of these times, I'm sure it'll be in a file somewhere.
I think I've been here for 5 years and they haven't paid me yet.
But you're banking that paid overtime. Don't worry about it. Paid time off.
Yeah. It's nice when it's nice when the accounting people tell you you own 51%, and then you look at it and go, yeah, 51% of nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff.
Or before I let you go, my favorite on Facebook is that tipping article that will show up every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and I managed to see it. And the guy that writes it finally said to me, just don't comment on it. It's so entertaining that you know, you want to cite every example of you just don't do it. Just be happy that you get it. You didn't probably pay taxes on it before, and you don't pay taxes on it now, so you got a raise. So be happy.
Raises are glorious. I like my raises.
They are. Sometimes.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it comes with way too much work for the amount of money they're trying to throw at you.
Or sometimes it comes where they kick you up to pick up a vice president and stand with them at their duties on whatever they do. And then they ask you, did you learn anything while you're here? And you say, no.
No,
I really didn't.
Not a damn thing.
Well, no, I mean, that's basically what he said to me. And I said, no, because all I did was copy notebooks that I couldn't take home so that I would know everything while I was here. And I said, I would just grab a notebook off the shelf and look up what I needed to know while I was there. Plus, I also said that my job was above the dispatcher, so I could have had a dispatcher do it. I said I learned more from chasing rabbits around because it was a former dump before it became an amusement park. I said I would chase rabbits around in whatever car I was driving, and or I would go to the dolphin tank because I learned the code that if you honk the right code to the dolphins, they will in fact answer you.
Nah, that's cool.
And their answer is to tell you that they're okay. They probably could say, "Let me out of here. I want to go home." And
right.
But at least I heard noise, so I knew that they were okay.
Right.
Because otherwise, cool. I had to get out of my car and go check them and make sure they were okay.
That's really
but anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
All right, well, go play D&D, and I haven't played D&D in so long that
You don't have to have you over for a session sometime. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll come and watch sometime.
That'd be glorious.
Yeah. I ended up being the dungeon master for a while just because I just, got tired of opening a door and going into a room and then finding out you didn't want to go in that room.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Guess we got to deal with this now.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, William, thank you for coming. It was fun, and we'll do it again.
Yep. We'll catch you later, Dave.
All right. Well, thank you. Let's see. All right. William Lockett, as you heard, a spirit that likes D&D. And I'm going to go over there sometime and watch him play if that is an option. Risk was a bit too confusing to learn for those of you that play that. And I didn't understand putting all of these markers or whatever on top of all of these small countries so that you had an army that was bigger, than the country you were trying to save. But my sister liked to play it, so I played it a lot. I also played a lot of Monopoly, but somebody would get upset and they'd flip the board over and make sure everybody else lost their place. So we just didn't do that either. But we're all okay in living in America, and everybody talks to each other, and that was nice. But anyway, it's Friday. Go hug your family, love your family, kiss your family. Just let them know that you love and respect them, and deal with whatever they tell you, and you'll be happy. And our grandkids will take over this place at some point, and hopefully it'll be a lot different than it is now. And that's about all I have to say. The 7 p.m. Thursday and Sunday, if we need it, may not be every Sunday, but the 7 p.m. project is, like I said, going along, and we're moving. We're just talking and working out the bumps and making sure we're happy, or everybody's happy, and we will go from there. Brand new people that we've done things with before, but we kind of drifted our way and they kind of drifted their way. And then I said, this is what I propose, and they said this is what they propose, and we're on the same page most of the time. So we just have to work it out. Today we were on X. If you click the button or the link. And good morning to you if you were over there. We did the same thing on Streetlock, conservative social media run by conservatives for conservatives, and just all in all conservative. Go over there, streetloc.com, and take a look around and see what you find, and you'll probably be very happy. And like I said, we have a third destination. We just haven't figured out what to do with it, so we just leave it blank most of the time and don't use it. But anybody who has some ideas, you know how to get a hold of me and pass it, and we will try it. And we'll see if it works. It has to be a place that we can join. If we can't join, then we can't do it. And that's all I can say about that. Anyway, we're going to go do what we're going to go do today. We will be around 10 a.m. Randy Rhodes and I will be back. And we will be talking politics. A lot of stuff. Today is Monday Boogie with Boom. Thanks for watching.